The vast darkness of space held secrets beyond human comprehension, and on this particular day, those secrets would reveal themselves in the most unexpected manner. Earth, a tiny blue planet spinning quietly in the cosmic arena, had no idea that its existence was about to change forever. Admiral Krell of the Zorthan Imperial fleet gazed upon the planet through the massive viewing screen of his flagship, the Eternal Dominance. His species had conquered hundreds of worlds across multiple star systems, and Earth looked like just another simple target. Pale blue, mostly covered in water, with scattered land masses that seemed primitive and disorganized. "Scan the planets. Defenses," Krell commanded his navigation officer, a thin creature with multiple eyes and translucent skin. The scanning beam swept across Earth's atmosphere, detecting military installations, communication networks, and technological capabilities. The results appeared almost laughable. Primitive ballistic weapons, rudimentary satellite systems, disconnected military structures. The Zorthans had encountered civilizations like this before. They would surrender within hours of first contact. At the Global Defense Command Center in Colorado, Commander J. Park reviewed routine satellite data. Something felt different today. The atmospheric readings showed unusual energy signatures, slight distortions that didn't match any known natural phenomena. "Run the diagnostic again," he instructed his team. Young technicians with serious expressions worked their consoles, comparing data streams, checking and rechecking every possible variable. Meanwhile, aboard the Eternal Dominance, Admiral Krell prepared the invasion protocols. Thousands of combat ships lined up in perfect geometric formations, their metallic hulls reflecting cold, calculated precision. Each vessel carried advanced weaponry capable of reducing entire cities to ash within minutes. The first wave would target critical infrastructure, communication centers, power grids, military headquarters, a surgical strike designed to paralyze human resistance before it could even begin. J. Park's monitoring systems suddenly erupted with alerts. Multiple unidentified objects were entering Earth's atmosphere at impossible speeds. The readings defied current scientific understanding. These weren't meteorites or space debris. "Activate global defense protocols." Park spoke calmly into the communication system. Years of training had prepared him for potential global threats, but nothing could have prepared him for what was coming. Across different continents, military installations began moving with synchronized precision. Radar systems tracked the incoming objects. Missile defense networks powered up. Governments that had previously been rivals now shared critical information in real time. The alien fleet's approach was methodical. No unnecessary movements, no wasted energy. Each ship positioned itself with mathematical perfection, creating a massive network that could strike multiple locations simultaneously. Admiral Krell allowed himself a moment of satisfaction. Another world would soon join the Zorthan Empire. Another civilization would bow to their superior technology and strategic might. But something peculiar was happening on the planet below. Instead of panic, there was a strange sense of collective preparation. Communication networks that seemed fragmented were actually interconnected in ways the Zorthans couldn't comprehend. J. Park watched the incoming objects, his hand steady on the communication console. He didn't show fear. Instead, there was a calculated readiness that would have surprised the alien observers. The first alien ships breached the outer atmosphere, their energy signatures creating brilliant streaks across the sky. To human observers, they might have looked like shooting stars. To the military, they represented something far more significant. "Unidentified objects confirmed," a young lieutenant reported. "Multiple entry points across global regions." Krell's voice echoed through his ship's communication systems. "Prepare initial assault wave. Target all major population centers. Demonstrate our technological superiority." Little did he know, the humans were already 3 steps ahead. As the first alien ships descended, preparing to unleash their destructive potential, something extraordinary was about to unfold. Earth was not just another conquest. Earth was about to teach the Zorthans a lesson they would never forget. The first contact had begun. Would you like me to elaborate on any specific aspect of this section? The first alien ships cut through Earth's atmosphere like razor-sharp blades, their metallic surfaces gleaming with an otherworldly light. In major cities around the world, people initially thought they were seeing something spectacular, perhaps a meteor shower or an extraordinary celestial event. J. Park watched the monitors with intense concentration. The alien vessels moved with a precision that defied human understanding. They weren't random. They weren't chaotic. Each ship was positioned with calculated military efficiency. In New York, the first ship touched down in Central Park. Its massive form crushed trees and created a crater that instantly vaporized everything within a 100-meter radius. Panic erupted. People ran in all directions, their screams mixing with the strange humming sound of alien technology. But something unexpected was happening. Military units that seemed initially overwhelmed began to respond with surprising speed. Commander Elena Rodriguez had spent years preparing contingency plans for impossible scenarios. Her teams were ready. Small drones launched from hidden locations, their cameras capturing every detail of the alien vessels. These weren't just defensive mechanisms. They were data collection units designed to understand the enemy's technology. In Tokyo, another ship descended near the government district. The Zorthan soldiers expected immediate surrender. Instead, they found a prepared urban landscape, underground bunkers, networked communication systems, hidden defense mechanisms. Admiral Krell watched the initial invasion reports with growing confusion. Humans were supposed to be primitive. They were supposed to break quickly. But these humans were adapting faster than any species his fleet had encountered before. Target their communication centers, Krell ordered his navigation team, but each time they attempted to disable a network, another would spring up. It was like trying to catch water with bare hands. Dr. Yoon Lee, in a secret research facility, was already analyzing the first captured alien technology. Her team worked with a combination of scientific precision and desperate creativity. Every piece of alien equipment became a potential weapon. The initial invasion was supposed to be a demonstration of Zorthan superiority. Instead, it was turning into something entirely different. In military bases around the world, soldiers who had trained for decades for hypothetical scenarios now found themselves facing a very real threat. They weren't just defending, they were learning. A tank battalion in the European theater used the first alien ship's energy signature to develop quick jamming techniques. Communication officers found ways to intercept alien transmissions. Each moment of contact provided new information. The aliens had expected a quick victory. They had massive ships, advanced weapons, technology that seemed centuries ahead of human capabilities. But they hadn't counted on human adaptability. In small towns and big cities, people responded with a unity that surprised even their own governments. Local communities became instant defense networks. Information spread faster than the alien invasion could move. J. Park coordinated the global response from his underground command center. His team wasn't just defending, they were studying. Every alien movement became a lesson. Every weapon discharge became a potential source of technological understanding. The Zorthan soldiers began to realize something was wrong. Their supposedly inferior human targets were responding in ways their battle algorithms couldn't predict. A sniper would appear where no sniper should be possible. A communication network would reroute instantly after an attack. Admiral Krell's frustration grew with each passing hour. "These are not normal resistance patterns," he muttered to his senior officers. The humans were treating the invasion like a complex puzzle, not just a military confrontation. By the end of the first day, the invasion had become something entirely unexpected. What was supposed to be a quick conquest had turned into a complex, dynamic battlefield where humans were proving to be far more than just another potential colony. The initial invasion was failing, and the Zorthans were beginning to understand that they had severely underestimated their target. Earth was fighting back, and they were just getting started. "Would you like me to elaborate on any specific aspect of this section?" The underground research facility buzzed with an energy that mixed desperation and excitement. Dr. Yoon Lee stood over a dissected alien weapon, her hands moving carefully, methodically breaking down each component. Around her, the best scientific minds from different countries worked in perfect synchronization. "We're not just studying. Yoon whispered to her assistant. "We're transforming." Captured alien technology lay spread across multiple workstations. Components that seemed impossible to understand just hours ago were now revealing their secrets. Each circuit, each energy pulse became a potential breakthrough. In a hidden laboratory beneath Seoul, engineers worked around the clock. They had discovered something remarkable. The alien technology followed specific quantum principles that were different from human understanding, but not incomprehensible. Military commanders watched the scientific teams with a mixture of hope and anxiety. The first hybrid technologies were emerging. Human creativity was merging with alien mechanics in ways no one could have predicted. J. Park received constant updates. Each report showed how quickly humans were adapting. Where other civilizations might have collapsed, humanity was learning, transforming, evolving. The Zorthan ships had left behind fragments of technology during their initial attacks. What they considered disposable, humans saw as an opportunity. Small drone teams collected every piece of alien equipment, every fallen weapon, every damaged communication device. In a secret facility in Brazil, a team of quantum physicists made their first breakthrough. They discovered how to manipulate the alien energy signatures. What was once an incomprehensible weapon could now be partially controlled. Admiral Krell's intelligence reports became increasingly concerning. The humans were doing something unprecedented. They weren't just defending. They were learning at an impossible speed. Dr. Yoon's team developed the first hybrid communication device. It could intercept alien transmissions and potentially send false signals. The device was small, no larger than a typical smartphone, but its potential was immense. Military strategists realized they were fighting more than a physical battle. This was a war of adaptation, of intelligence, of rapid technological evolution. The first modified human weapon emerged from a workshop in Canada. It used principles from the captured alien technology but was entirely human-designed. The energy output was unstable but promising. Each test brought new understanding. Satellite networks that once seemed primitive now became complex, interconnected systems. Military communication transformed from traditional radio signals to quantum encrypted networks that could change transmission patterns instantaneously. In universities and research centers around the world, scientists who had previously worked in isolated fields now collaborated with unprecedented intensity. Physicists worked alongside engineers. Computer scientists collaborated with quantum researchers. The alien invasion had done something remarkable. It had united humanity in a way no previous event had managed. J. Park watched the technological developments with a sense of cautious optimism. The initial fear was transforming into something else, a collective human determination to not just survive, but to overcome. Each captured alien device became a lesson. Each technology fragment was a potential weapon. The humans were turning the invasion into an unexpected opportunity for technological leap. The Zorthan fleet, still believing in their technological superiority, had no idea that their own equipment was becoming the key to their potential defeat. Every piece of technology they left behind was another brick in humanity's defensive wall. Dr. Yoon's team made another breakthrough. They discovered how to partially disrupt the alien ship's energy shields. It wasn't a complete solution, but it was a start. A tiny crack in the seemingly impenetrable alien technology. By the end of this phase, something had become clear. This was no longer just a battle between two species. This was a rapid, intense process of technological evolution. Humanity was learning. Humanity was adapting. And the aliens had no idea what was coming. The technological breakthrough had begun. Would you like me to elaborate on any specific aspect of this section? The psychological battlefield was unlike anything the Zorthan fleet had ever encountered. Humans didn't fight like other conquered species. They were unpredictable, creative, and surprisingly united. Elena Rodriguez coordinated global resistance from a hidden command center. Her team understood something fundamental. This war wasn't just about weapons. It was about breaking the aliens' mental resolve. Small communities became unexpected battlegrounds. In rural areas, Farmers transformed their equipment into makeshift defense systems. Local networks shared information faster than the alien communication systems could track. Each town became a living, breathing defense mechanism. Admiral Krell watched the human resistance with growing frustration. Their battle algorithms couldn't predict human behavior. Where other species would surrender, humans became more determined with each attack. Propaganda became a powerful weapon. Humans started broadcasting messages designed to confuse and destabilize the alien forces. Some broadcasts were serious, some were intentionally absurd. The goal was simple: make the invaders question everything. In Tokyo, a group of young hackers developed a system that could broadcast multiple false communication signals simultaneously. The Zorthan ships would receive conflicting information, creating massive confusion in their command structures. J. Park understood the psychological strategy perfectly. Humans weren't just fighting with technology. They were fighting with creativity, humor, and an unpredictable spirit that defied traditional military understanding. The alien soldiers began experiencing something they had never encountered before: uncertainty. Each human interaction became a potential trap. Every communication could be true or false. The mental pressure was enormous. Local resistance groups developed unique psychological tactics. In one European city, residents used loud music and random noise to disrupt alien communication systems. In another location, they created elaborate light displays that confused alien tracking mechanisms. Dr. Yoon's technological breakthroughs combined with these psychological strategies. They weren't just developing weapons, they were creating systems designed to break the aliens' mental resolve. Children played a surprising role. Their ability to adapt, to create unexpected solutions, became an unexpected psychological weapon. The aliens couldn't understand a species where even the youngest members were actively resisting. Social media became an unexpected battlefield. Humans shared information, strategies, and moments of resistance instantly. What looked like chaos to the aliens was actually a perfectly coordinated global network. The Zorthan leadership started experiencing something they had never felt before: doubt. Their perfect invasion plan was falling apart, not through traditional military resistance but through human creativity and unexpected responses. In mountain regions, local communities used traditional survival skills to create defense networks that completely confused the alien tracking systems. Hunters became unexpected warriors. Farmers became strategic defenders. Elena Rodriguez's team discovered something remarkable. By understanding the alien psychology, they could predict and manipulate their responses. Each alien action could be turned into an opportunity for human resistance. J. Park watched the psychological battle with careful strategy. Humans were turning their perceived weakness into their greatest strength. Their inability to be predicted was becoming their most powerful weapon. The alien soldiers started experiencing mental fatigue. Each mission became more complicated. Each human interaction became a potential psychological trap. Their advanced technology meant nothing against human creativity. Small acts of resistance became legendary. A group of musicians who used their instruments to jam alien communication signals. A team of artists who created visual displays that confused alien tracking systems. School children who developed complex communication codes. Admiral Krell's frustration grew with each passing moment. The humans weren't just resisting, they were enjoying the resistance. They were turning a potential extinction event into a global, united adventure. By the end of this phase, something had become clear. The human spirit was a weapon more powerful than any technology. Their ability to adapt, to find humor in darkness, to unite against a common threat, was changing the entire nature of the conflict. The psychological warfare had transformed the invasion from a potential defeat into something else entirely, a testament to human creativity and determination. The aliens were beginning to understand they weren't just fighting a military. They were fighting an entire planet's spirit. Would you like me to elaborate on any specific aspect of this section? The final battle began with a silence that felt more intense than any previous moment of the invasion. Earth's sky transformed into a canvas of technological warfare. where human creativity would face alien precision. J. Park stood in the underground command center, his hands steady, his mind calculating every possible scenario. Around him, a team of experts from different countries worked with a unity that would have been impossible just weeks earlier. The modified human weapons, developed from captured alien technology, waited in strategic locations. Each device was a testament to human ingenuity, a perfect blend of reverse-engineered alien tech and human innovation. Admiral Krell's flagship, the Eternal Dominance, hung in orbit, preparing what he believed would be the final strike. His confidence had been replaced by a growing sense of unease. The humans were nothing like their initial intelligence reports. Dr. Yoon's final technological breakthrough came at the most critical moment. The quantum communication system they had developed could not just intercept alien signals, but could potentially control their most advanced systems. The first wave of the human counterattack was silent and precise. Quantum encrypted signals began to infiltrate the alien communication networks. Ships that were preparing to attack suddenly found their systems compromised. In major cities around the world, what seemed like random civilian activities were actually perfectly coordinated resistance movements. Every person became a potential defender. Every piece of technology a potential weapon. Elena Rodriguez coordinated the global response with a calm that belied the intensity of the moment. Local resistance groups that had been preparing for weeks now moved with military precision. The alien ships began experiencing system failures. Navigation computers went offline. Weapon systems became unreliable. What was happening was beyond their understanding, a form of warfare they had never encountered. J. Park's final strategic move was both simple and brilliant. Instead of a direct confrontation, humans were dismantling the alien technological advantage piece by piece. Each system failure made the massive invasion fleet more vulnerable. The Zorthan soldiers found themselves fighting an enemy that was everywhere and nowhere. Communication became impossible. Their advanced technology turned against them, transformed by human creativity. In the skies above major cities, alien ships that had once seemed invincible now looked like vulnerable machines. Human-modified weapons developed in secret laboratories began their precise strike. Admiral Krell watched in growing horror as his invasion plan collapsed. The humans weren't just defending, they were systematically destroying the most advanced technological fleet in the galaxy. The final confrontation was swift. Quantum encrypted signals, precise technological strikes, coordinated global resistance. The alien fleet that had believed Earth would be an easy conquest now faced total defeat. Dr. Yoon's team had done the impossible. They had transformed alien technology into humanity's greatest weapon. Each captured device became a tool of liberation. The last transmission from the human forces was simple and direct. J. Park's voice cut through the communication systems with a clarity that would become legendary. Earth is not yours to take. The Zorthan fleet began its retreat. What had seemed like an inevitable conquest had transformed into a humiliating defeat. The humans had not just defended themselves. They had demonstrated a level of adaptability that was beyond comprehension. As the alien ships disappeared from Earth's orbit, something remarkable happened. Humanity had not just survived, they had transformed. The invasion had united a planet, pushed technological boundaries, and revealed a spirit that no advanced civilization had ever anticipated. The decisive victory was more than a military achievement. It was a testament to human potential. Earth had not just survived, Earth had evolved. Would you like me to elaborate on any specific aspect of this section?